Yo, what up, what up? It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute for real. Bro. Already voice cracks, bro? I'm not editing it out. I don't care. Already? But I'm going to introduce, not really introduce, but I feel like you guys already know what it is, but I'm going to call it something different. Zombie brain. Zombie brain, zombie brain, zombie brain. Don't you ever think about a zombie on why the zombie has one thing on his mind, his brains, and in any way, shape, or form is gonna get its brains. You know what I'm saying? It wants the brains. You know what I mean? But in the process of that, the zombie has to realize there's people killing them to save their brains. You know what I mean? But what I'm getting here is you have to realize people like me, myself, maybe you, and also good players have zombie brain. And what is zombie brain to be exact? Okay, zombie brain is when you have one thing on your mind and then you know default spots, you know default peaks, you know everything that revolves around default, and you still die by it. You can kind of saying accepting faith or accepting the fact that it's timing, but sometimes with zombie brain it's so serious you don't get upset. You don't, because it's like, oh, I know he's gonna be there, and it's like you shoot your shots, you hit, and then you're confirmed 100% he's there, and you still die. Why? Because zombie brain, it's something that it doesn't bother with you unless it's something really serious. And then if it's that serious, you might not even rage. You might be like, oh man, or you may say a bad word. You know what I'm saying? Damn. But you might say a bad word. That's it. But to really put in touch on zombie brain, it's like zombie brain puts you in a mindset where that you do want to check this, you don't want to check that, but it's not the fact that your do's and don'ts mess you up. It's the fact that you already know. It's a common thing. It's like you wouldn't expect to rush in sight or rush in the building in general and not check corners. You know? Or when you know they have Capcan, you check every doorway possible. Just cause, But in a sense of to really bold out the word zombie, it's a phrase that I think about and use just as that you're just not really brain dead, but you have an objective. And then you're not letting nothing get in your way but your objective. It's like making a game plan and it goes so smoothly, but just one thing you didn't call out messes everything up. It's like you can give yourself a leeway or give yourself an easy push or easy kills, but it's the fact that someone's in a corner hiding, waiting for you to peek out, but you don't feel like doing it. Like, you can easily clutch game modes. You can easily clutch matches or even rounds, but you don't feel like doing it. Because it's like, why does the team depend on me? Because think about it. When you do clutch up and then when you have to clutch up, the team only depends on you. Like, okay, he got this guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my bad, you're going 1-6 and I'm going positive, and then you have to depend on me because you're dead. And then they don't go on cameras. You know what I mean? So that alone right there, outside is so loud as fuck. You know that. I'm gonna edit this out. I'm not. But you know that you have a team on your back, but it's like, how do you feel secure in yourself that why do I have to do the dirty work? Like, why do I always have to pick up off everyone's frags? It's like, you're supposed to frag, yes, but it's like, why is it every single time? It's like, I don't want to do this, like, I don't want to get this kill knowing you had it, but you want to troll or do some BS, Or it's been plenty of times where it's a 1v5 scenario, 1v4 scenario, and the person who's bringing the most aggro is a guy with case. It's like, why don't you plant case and then go find the kill that you want? But I'm not gonna lie with you, I've met players like that 3 times today, And all three of them did the same thing. Did not plant and died. Don't get me wrong, we won those rounds, but it's the fact that it's like you have Case and then you wanting a kill to boost your KD or maybe get that ace you got. But if it's an ace you need, I respect that. But now it's like, at least drop Case. You don't have to stop the drop Case. It's left on D-pad. Drop Case. We can plant for you, bro. You know what I mean? Just go get your kill and then we got you. But it's always they keep Case and they run and get the kill. Well, try to and they die. It's like, what? You know? But Zombie Brain, it's really something. I just say so fast. But Zombie Brain, it's something. It's not really like being lazy, but it's not putting that extra stretch on your mind. Because don't get me wrong, you can still have Zombie Brain and still be locked in. You can still clutch up. You can still do your deeds. You can still hold your weight. But it's just the extra side quest and the task. It makes you like literally Zombie Brain. Like, it makes you not want to do it how they want to do it. It makes you do it your own way on your timing. And when it's your timing, it's always perfect. I do want to add that because I don't care what anybody says. When you make a time on yourself, when you make a push, when you do anything possible necessary to get kills and win the match, or even get you a kill for yourself, or even get a kill to make an easy push for your team, it's all on you. Kudos to you, good and bad. It's your time. There's nothing you can do to yourself to sabotage anything but not play for yourself. And that may sound like a tongue twister, which it kind of actually is. It's like, don't self-sabotage knowing you don't have a good idea on what's going on, or you don't know what's going on in the sense of what's the ideal on how we're going to plant, or if we're going to plant, rather than you pushing on your own, tuning everyone out, and then pushing and making a lead for your team and maybe for yourself. And then when you die, they can literally pick up in your footsteps, or even pick up on your rotations, or pick up on your push where you left off, you know? So that is kind of in a way of like, Zombie Brain doesn't really mess with that, because you wouldn't care less if you died or not. At least you know your plan worked on how you thought it in your mind, and you got the kill. That's all that matters. But most importantly, I say this with high expectation in parentheses and all caps. Most importantly, when you have zombie brain, there's no such thing as raging. And it's very important, because you would realize how much I have zombie brain, and like, I'm so chilled out. I'm down by dumb stuff. Knowing it's dumb stuff. Knowing I'm supposed to look at it and I don't. And it's like, okay, whatever, okay, he's there. But it's like, it's not the fact that you don't expect it, but you don't expect it to be the person that you think it is. Because don't get me wrong, most of the time when I have zombie brain, I do expect the good players to do what good players do. But with the trash players, it's like, why are you sitting there for like 20, 30 minutes for one kill, running back to site, and then you proceed to die? I mean, you killed me out of all people. Congrats. But it's like, did you really need that kill? Like, did you really need that kill? All that for one kill? But that's in my opinion. But all in the end, it's like, zombie brain, it does make you not rage, because you do accept the fact. That's all it is to it. You accept the fact. That is it. And you can't get upset, or you can't get mad, or you can't even blame your teammates, because you know what you did wrong, and then just off your ignorance, you kind of reward yourself. And how do you reward yourself? Well, next round, get a kill, or you do call outs, or, you know what I'm saying, you do something that benefits the team and yourself, or yourself. But just to add on, I do play on Xbox, which I don't have a mic for, and I'm grateful for God and to God I don't have a mic for Xbox, because these people are not good. And when I'm not good, and it's tragic. Long story short, I got called a hard R. because how I play. Literally. Like, whatever. But anyways, yeah. Pretty much to explain zombie brain and put it in like, point of view or like, in perspective. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Pretty much to really try to wrap up zombie brain. Zombie brain is not really something that you do want to like tackle with, because it's not really hard to really tell yourself, I'm gonna push this way, only this way, and then if my team comes with me, well, so be it, they come with. If not, whatever. It's not really much as that, but it's just the fact that you ignore the defaults, you ignore the flanks, you ignore pretty much everything that gets you off your plan. Don't get me wrong, you are most aware with flanks and like roamers, but with peaks and stuff, you're not really much aware of, because it's like you would expect it, but you wouldn't expect it. But it's like, if you do kind of understand if you do understand what I'm gonna say. But yeah, but really, like on a real serious note, zombie brain, it doesn't really tap in with like, flanks and whatnot, because you're mostly locked in on that, because once again, a zombie thinks about one thing, and it's brains. That is it. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. It's not something that you try to make yourself super reliant, and then it's not really hard on you. It's the fact that you really try to make yourself realize, okay, if this happens, it's bound to happen. It's not gonna happen out of a coincidence or on my thinking it's gonna happen timing. No, it's gonna happen when it happens, right there and then. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make it difficult, but it makes it easier, because it's set in stone if no one says it. If no one calls it out, it's always set in stone. Why? Because it's basic. It's default. Anything default, it's set in stone. It doesn't have to be said, because you should already know it's default. You know what I mean? So, all in the end, in the long run, it's not really hard to really get out of a zombie brain. All you gotta do is lock in harder. That is it. When I mean lock in harder, it's like you really gotta pay attention. This clip right here, exactly. I had zombie brain. I wanted to plant. My team told me to plant. Literally told me to plant. And then it's like, I don't want to keep myself trying to is he actually here? Like, am I swinging this, or what I'm saying? Like, am I doing it right or wrong or whatnot? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, it's like you have to put yourself in a position where you have to make that stretch. It's like, do I have to? Yes, bro, you have to, And it's like, it is stressful and it's annoying to always do the extra step for something so simple. Which, that's why it's called zombie brain. Like, you make everything so hard on yourself. It's like, if a zombie actually had a brain, and it made a way to get brains without being identified as a zombie, and then just killing people and eating brains, that would be cool as hell, I'm not gonna lie. But it's not. So they have one thing on their mind, is brains, and they would do anything. And if you're in their way, they would get you out their way to get what they actually want, what they really want, So it's just the fact that the zombie is not worried about if you got guns, if you got this and that. They don't care about none of that. They know when they catch you, they gonna get you, and they gonna and it's even the fact that it's like a bunch of zombies. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not like they're telling each other, oh, this is blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just the fact that they all have one thing in common. If they want all the same thing, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to get it, But like I was saying, they don't care if you have guns, grenades, pistols. They don't care what you got. They just want to get what they want to get. And that's what a zombie brain actually is. Zombie brain is like a tunnel vision, one-way street to success or defeat. That is it. But you can break out of that. It's not bad, but it can be bad if you consistently be in zombie brain, and then your brain turns to mush. You don't want your brain to turn to mush. You want to keep your brain, but also when you die, remind yourself, this is the default spot, so be more careful. But that would be it, guys. Honestly, that's my opinion on how, like, you know, what is really much zombie brain, and this whole clip represents it. But if you enjoyed it, like, comment, blah blah squaze, and yeah, thanks for watching the video. GG's, have fun.